Hello, it's Mr. Egg here on Walking Street in Pattaya, Thailand. Very soon, I'm sure you'll be here in Thailand for another holiday. What are the most essential apps that you need to load onto your phone when you're back home or when you get here? I've got a list for you, and if you like it, give us a like, subscribe to the channel.
Sorry, it's DJ.
The first couple of apps I want you to think about is all to do with this. No, not the Eden Russian sexy show, although that would be nice. No, about ATMs and money. And the first one is called Wise. Let's take a look at it. TransferWise is an app that transfers money from your home bank account to your Thai bank account, or vice versa, the other way around. Does it very, very quickly indeed as well. Personally, I haven't got an account, but if you have, TransferWise, which is now referred to as Wise, is an essential app. You can transfer money very, very quickly. You can get it out of that ATM within about 10 or 15 minutes. Whilst on the subject of exchange rates, this exchange booth is obviously closed at the moment. Come high season, it will be open. If you're interested in knowing what the current exchange rates are, one of the best apps I can recommend is XE. Take a look at that. Click on there. Very, very simple app to use. It is the one which is used by most people here in Thailand. It'll give you a currency in Thai baht. So, for example, let's have a look at 1,000 British pounds. What are you going to get at the moment? Brilliant. 44.6 at the moment. You can add most currencies to the app and use it as you will. It's a simple app, and it's the one that most people use here in Thailand. Public transport has always been pretty easy here in Pattaya. You can get a motorbike taxi, which are always cheap and convenient, or a Songtel or Baht bus for just 10 baht. They go along all the major artery routes. But now many taxi and ride-sharing apps are coming onto the market, and the most popular one here in Pattaya at the moment is called Bolt. The first time that you use Bolt, it'll ask you to input your telephone number. It could be a Thai number, or I think you can use a Western number as well. It will send you an SMS for you to confirm your telephone number. Every time that you use the app, it will ask you to input your location, which you have to allow the location within the operating system, so it knows where you are. And it signifies that by the blue dot in the middle. Now it's asking me where I want to go to. I want to go to Central, and there you go. Automatically, it will give me a price. The lowest there is 34 baht on a motorbike, 58 baht on a Bolt. And look, it's available. The car is available to pick me up here in 1 minute or less. When the car actually arrives, you won't necessarily know where your destination is. It'll basically just gets the driver to you. The driver won't necessarily know what the job is. So you have to tell the job where you want to go. You may have to help the driver with his GPS or whatever, so he knows where you're going. Off you go. And it is definitely the biggest and the cheapest of all the ride apps that are here in Pattaya at the moment. So now, hailing a taxi could be as cheap as getting a motorbike or a Songtel. Other taxi apps are available, no thank you, including Grab Taxi. Talking of public transport, when you land at the airport and you won't want to get a train into the city of Bangkok, or you may want to connect into the MRT or the BTS, which is the underground and overground services. One of the best apps to do those is simply called BTS Skytrain. It is the official app of the underground and overground service. And the airport link as well is on there. Very, very easy to use. It's dual language, and it will tell you of any problems on your route as well. It's a free app. It's the best one. Nicely laid out. It is the best. And it's essential if you're traveling via public transport in Bangkok. Here in Thailand, if you're not going to eat at some of the fine dining restaurants or sample some of the excellent street food, if you're in your hotel or condo, you can always order online. And there are so many apps now that you can do that with. We've got Grab Food, Hungry Panda, La La Move. I haven't actually heard of that one. Lion Man, which is part of the Lion app. 1112, which has a lot of the top Western restaurants on there. S&P Delivery. They all do special delivery right to your condo or your hotel. So let's have a look at them. The two food apps that I like to use, Grab is good, but a lot of things is in the Thai language. When you first log on to Hungry Now, it asks you for your location, obviously, but it also asks you what language you want. It can be in English, so that's great. Obviously, if you don't speak any Thai, as I'm assuming that you don't. So let's go on to burgers. There's only 3 there. If you search for burger, it's a lot better. 73, and as you can see, massive selection there from local small restaurants to places like McDonald's would be on there as well, and all the burger places are there. Reasonably cheap delivery and takes about 20 minutes or so for the food to come. Can't be bad. Filming this video in the middle of May 2021, the worldwide virus is still here. So when you're going into major places like shopping malls and restaurants, it will sometimes ask you to take a temperature check, obviously, and also to sign in with your telephone number so they can contact trace you if there is a problem with the worldwide virus. There is a way to do that. There is an app, the official app, with track and trace app. There's a few of these. The one that most people use is called Thai Chana, which is the official government app. Thai Chana means Thailand winning. What you'll see is a QR code. They will see these around everywhere around Thailand at the moment. The easiest way to do it is just to open the Thai Chana app, scan the QR code. Let's have a go at scanning this. There you go. And boom, you've just checked into the pub. Don't forget, when you leave, to always check out as well. It's a really, really simple, easy, and effective way to being able to give your information. So if there is a problem, they can contact trace you and get in touch with you as soon as possible. And you will find that a lot of places where you go won't let you in unless you're ready to scan or leave your contact details. Here's an app that you might not have thought of. A lot of restaurants, in public places have Wi-Fi. And a lot of times, surprise, surprise, it's Thailand, it doesn't work. So I always use Speedtest. It's an app that you probably use back home, wherever you're from. Actually, not a lot of people will ever think about using it over here, but I'm always using it. Every time I log on to a new Wi-Fi network, first thing I do is I update the, look at the speed, look at the download speed. It's pretty high, pretty fast, pretty cheap over here in Thailand. But also the upload speed, because maybe you've taken videos or you've taken photographs and you want to upload those to, to a cloud-based server like Dropbox or whatever, so you can save them space on your phone. You can see that it's really, really easy to do that. Over 100 meg upload speed. First thing I do when I ever log on to a new Wi-Fi network is get onto Speedtest. When you're here in Thailand, especially in Bangkok or in Pattaya or any of the other touristy areas, you won't really get a problem communicating, making yourself understood, because most people that do with tourists actually speak English. But if you get out to the sticks or you meet a local and they don't really speak English very well, you'll need a translation app. The only one that I use is Google Translate, and it does work okay. Now, I can speak a little bit of the language. I can read and write as well. So I don't use it as often as other people, but it is good. Now, be warned, the Thai language is quite complicated, especially with verbs, the ways that sentences are put together. They put things kind of back to front in comparison to in the Western world. So my tip is all language apps that translate into Thai, they work well with single words, but when you get more complicated sentences, they have a problem. So let's have a look at coffee. I want to order a coffee. It's there in Thai. That's in the word in Thai, which is, it says cafe, which is Thai for coffee. And as you can see underneath, it's got the word in blue. and you can press that button there and it will copy that translation, so you can use that in, you know, in social media or whatever. Another good feature about this is that you can enter text, voice text as well. So I can't use the microphone. Okay, do this. Enter so some English. Can I have a coffee? Let's have a look at that. What it says. Chan ko cafe dai mai, and that actually means can I receive a coffee? So yeah, so that kind of works. As you can see, the English translation is underneath again. Again, you can copy it again. Works quite well with Thai as well. So let me just. I have to change the I have to change the keyboard here. I have to change it to Thai. Hold on a second. Kin cafe dai mai. Can I have a coffee? There you go. So it's gone straight to English. So it works for a Thai person and it works for an English person as well. Another thing you can do on Google Translate is you can actually scan Thai text with the camera app there. But there's also a thing called import. You can put in like a document or whatever. It will scan the document and it will come up with the translation. All of that, as I've said, be careful when you've got more than a couple of words of Thai language, complicated sentences, it starts to go a bit wonky. All of the translation apps are the same as that, but big thumbs up for Google Translate. If you're thinking of staying here a little bit longer than 2 weeks, you know, if you're more than a 2-week millionaire and you want to stay here a bit longer, a couple of the shopping apps I'll show you. Both of them are really, really popular. Two main ones that people use over here. Shoppee is the one that I use the most. The reason is it has a lot of hi-fi equipment, technology, camera gear, electronics, more so than the other one, which I'll show you, Lazada. I'll show you that in a minute. So again, you need to get an address. You also can put a credit card in there, but you can also pay cash on delivery for things as well. I'll quickly show you the other one, which is very, very popular here in Thailand, Lazada. Again, you don't have to have a credit card, but you do have to put your phone number in and your address. And but just about everything you can think of buying is on Lazada or Shoppee. They are the Amazon and the eBay of Southeast Asia. If you're thinking of being here longer than a couple of weeks, and you're going to be watching YouTube, please consider subscribing to YouTube Premium. It's the only 200 baht here. And also, if you buy a certain phone, I think it works with Samsung phones, or you have a certain phone provider like AIS, you get a free subscription. It is a lot better than the regular YouTube subscription. No annoying adverts that you get on YouTube. And also, when you close the phone, so you close the screen, maybe put it in your bag or put it in your pocket. I've closed the screen now. It will still be able to hear the audio, so you can listen to things like podcasts. And another thing as well, it also gives you free subscriptions to a thing called YouTube Music, which is basically a paid-for subscription music app. Same as Spotify. I personally think there's more tunes, more sort of smaller, lesser-known tunes here on YouTube Music, and it's free, included in the YouTube Premium bundle. I really recommend it. It's only 200 baht a month. If you are going to be making a lot of videos, when you're actually here in Thailand, maybe wonderful scenery, the beaches, the temples, can I recommend that you possibly think about Filmic Pro? It's a paid-for app. It's the app that we use here on the channel sometimes. It gives you a lot more features than the regular phone camera app, either on Android or on iOS. You can see the audio is going up there. Works, bottom of the screen, it works really, really well. Like I said, a lot more features that you'll get on your iPhone or Android camera apps. It is a paid app, but it does work a lot better on iOS. You get a lot better picture, and certainly the audio quality is a lot better on Filmic Pro. So I hope you enjoyed that selection of some of the essential apps that you might need if you're coming here to Pattaya or indeed to Thailand. Be aware though, some of them you won't be able to download unless you've got a Thai account or you're actually in Thailand. So you won't be able to download them if you're in the UK, for example. That's it for this week. We'll have another great video next week. If you enjoy the channel, give us a like, subscribe, and we'll see you soon. Bye.
Yes, DJ.